My BF gave himself an allergic reaction to get rid of his boss. Not my story but my BF's. He doesn't like writing, but we've been listening to a lot of Reddit stories on YouTube. Shout out to MaliciousAnnaB. And this story came up. His family confirmed this happened, so it's not made up. When my BF, Jake, was 19, he had a job at a smoothie shop. He worked with 3 other people and his boss. We'll call him Michael. Jake's one stipulation before getting his job was that he not work with peanut butter since he is allergic. He'll break out in hives, and if ingested his throat will swell. Not bad enough for EpiPen, but bad enough to need Benadryl. At this job they made protein balls and it was made with peanut butter. One day during a rush, Jake was at the sink when Michael threw a big bowl of leftover peanut butter in at the sink and told Jake to wash it. Jake argued and told him he can't touch it and that he'd have a breakout. Michael argued with him and told him to do it. So, Jake, being the stubborn bastard he is, said okay, fine. Roughly 5 minutes later, Jake's hands and arms were covered in hives. So once his arms had visible hives, he took a picture and sent it in the work group chat. The owners were in saying, "Can someone cover my shift? I'm a tad under the weather," with pictures of his hands. He walked out before anyone responded. Someone covered his shift and the owners came in with the girl who covered the rest of his shift to yell at Michael. The next day the girl told Jake about Michael getting chewed out by the owners. The owners called Jake and apologized for what happened. Long story short, that along with stealing money from the registers and being creepy with the high schoolgirls, Michael was fired. Jake quit shortly after. Just because. For people commenting that was stupid and allergic reactions get worse, yes, he's well aware. He was a spiteful teen with no sense of self-preservation, just pettiness. It's just a little possible death. The owners liked him and gave him an espresso machine when he left, so he says, it was worth it. No, he wouldn't and won't do it again. If I got an espresso machine out of this situation, I'd do it. Love me an espresso. Shout out to MaliciousAnnaB. Fuck those channels. They steal people's content and make money off it. But like, every time I get stung by a bee my reaction gets worse. The doctors tell you this. I mean, way to prove your point, but dang. IDK if the reward is worth the risk. Sounds like an easy win in court, lol. Stupid manager. For people commenting that was stupid and allergic reactions get worse, yes, he's well aware. He was a spiteful teen with no sense of self-preservation, just pettiness. Sounds like something I did as a spiteful teen. I was having a rather angry argument with someone about whether a plant was poison ivy. The person wanted me to do something while standing in the plant. I don't remember all the details now. For the record, I have severe reactions to poison ivy. Weeping patches larger than my hand with fingers spread. I will not recover without prescription medication. The person would not believe me that this plant was poison ivy, and in a fit of pettiness, I snatched a handful of leaves and rubbed them vigorously on my forearm. My only thought was, I'll show them. Not my smartest moment. Silver lining. It wasn't poison ivy. I was wrong. Sounds like the owners wanted to get rid of Michael all along and just needed an excuse to fire him without getting hit by a lawsuit. As someone with severe allergies, please tell him to take an EPI if his throat starts to swell. There are so many horror stories of people dying because they just took Benadryl and not their EPI. So, your BF's malicious compliance was to give himself an allergic reaction that was life-threatening. Your throat closing is severe enough for an EpiPen. Fearful. Anaphylaxis involves a person's breathing and/or circulation. If Jake's throat swells when ingesting his allergen, he should get his allergy reviewed ASAP. A very dangerous way to prove a point. I guess an upside of high schoolers working is that they can be sexually harassed by creepy old men. This is fake. It isn't how peanut allergies work. He risked his throat closing. Peanut allergies are totally unpredictable. You can get a rash. The next time you can get anaphylaxis. The following time a rash. Damn. Though you were gonna say he began spreading it finely and evenly over his hands and arms still. Well, maliciously complied.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.